Hello, this is Judy Gula with Artistic Artifacts, and we're here to talk to you about transfer artist paper today. We're part of a Instagram hop promoting Lesley Riley's new book about working with transfer artist paper or TAP. So if some of us use the TAP and want you to know exactly what that means. So it means transfer artist paper. Now, when you are using TAP, you are printing onto a polymer and then you're going to transfer it onto another surface. I've used it for years and years and years when it first came out as a product and it disappeared from the market, and I cried and held on to the last sheets I had, and then Lesley was able to bring the product back, and we were all really excited and wanted to applaud that. And so it's Lesley Riley. The book is published through C&T Publishing, and it's the ultimate guide to working with transfer artist paper. So it's a great book, wonderful, gives you some really good hints on how to operate with the material. And we actually took a project that is in the book and we created our own. So we created dolls using the transfer artist paper, and I'm going to show you those, and then I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the products that you can use with the transfer artist paper. So we have, I'm going to start with one of mine. So this is a doll that I made, and I love to cruise through the Library of Congress, and she is from the Library of Congress, and you can see what I did, but most important is here. And I wanted to talk about coloring. So the surface of the TAP will accept paint or pencils or any kind of surface. So if I really wanted to colorize her, she would be great. And then this is a doll by Chris Vinn. And if you can see her TAP face, and then we have some wonderful hair. I'll show you some of that product, and hand-dyed silks and little stitched beads. So Chris went all the way around her doll and has a nice little hanger and a halo. This is also by Chris. She has a face here, and then used items from our vintage collage inspiration packs, and you can see that she has some beautiful hand-dyed doilies, some, again, beading, and more of a wrap, some sari silk that are in some small places, and a great hanger also. And then we have Sharon is the author of our newsletter. So you guys always love our newsletter, and if you don't receive it, you're going to want to go to our website and sign up for that. And she's our gelato queen. So what she did was printed her black and white mermaid, then went in with gelatos and created color on the TAP. Then what happens is when you transfer to her fabric, all of these are transfers to fabric, then it's going to lock that paint in there. And then there's some acrylic on the side where it's been sewn, but you can see, oops, oh, she lost her crown. I'm sorry, I bumped that. So she's got her crown. But even her cheesecloth was created color with a gelato, and she's got her little fishing belt. And Lesley Riley's beautiful fabric that we have in stock and ready to go. So she is wonderful. And then this doll also was the same type of experiment, which absolutely was totally successful. So she took the black and white and again put the gelatos on there to colorize it, and then transferred it to the fabric, and it locks that paint in. Now, say you want to do something more, you could put gel plant pens on there, any other kind of paint or ink. The TAP substrate will accept that very nicely. So, and here's her doll. So it's interesting how you can take a project in a book, and the three of us did it, and we came up with 3 totally different ideas. So we think that that's pretty amazing. Now, one of the things that I brought was a piece that actually is not quite finished yet. So here is Lesley's pattern that she put in the book. And then here is, I tend to cut it out in muslin, but right now, like, the white is driving me crazy. And I did all of my decoration on the flat surface. So that's how I did hers. And I sewed it on. I used machine stitching and hand stitching. You can see, here's my back, where they are. And then I just sewed a back and a front together on the outside. I did not try to turn it. And I knew I wasn't going to wrap her. So that's how I did mine differently. So if you want to create your doll, we have lots of options. So first, transfer artist paper, Lesley Riley's book, The Ultimate Guide. Then you have gelatos, so this is what Sharon used on hers. We have our fabulous inspiration packs in many, many different colors. Sorry, this wonderful trim painter's thread. And that is wonderful. We have little bags of Indian trim, which would be great. And I love, love buttons. And we have buttons in all different colors, as well as a lot of different ribbons. So you can, this has been a favorite for years, and then our leaves. So, yep, here we go. Sharon used that. So I tend to be, one of my things that I do is I will take my pictures, I fill up my page, and I will just transfer them to a white muslin and keep them and hold them. And we definitely work with some fabrics here as well. So that's kind of how I do that. Let's see, we have a couple more the other thing I want to show you as a trick is I'm going to use this vintage earring here, and I've just glued it to a piece of ultra suede. Maybe I should have used brown ultra suede, but that's what's going to give me the surface to adhere it to the fabric. So that's just kind of a trick. If there's a big motif that's heavy, I tend to put it on something else and do that. Okay, we have a large selection of trims, and these have all been dyed, so they come white. We loved a lot of dyeing here. And again, you can color these with inks, gelatos, surface, any kind of surface, and it will stay, iron it, it'll fix it. We have, see, this would make a great front, wonderful silk yo-yos. Could also have a bag of leaves and vintage millinery products. All of those work well. Lots of charms. And then my favorite bag is my all my rusted products there. So what we want you to do today is make a comment on our Instagram with this post. It will enter you into a drawing. And also, please look at everybody else. So we've had several artists who have participated in this book announcement, and that it was listed in our newsletter as well as on Lesley Riley's Instagram. And please participate and let her know that you've seen it. Let us know if you've used the product, how you feel about it, or maybe send us some pictures of what you've done with it. So look for the book. It's pre-order on our website, and as soon as it comes in, we'll be shipping it out.